I think today I'm gonna do an update on my shack. Show you what's been, what's added, what's changed, what's new, what's been removed. Maybe since the last time. It's been a while since I've done one, but I'm gonna show you how it is like raw, like how I run it every single day. I'm not even gonna clean the desk off. I'm not gonna vacuum the floors. I'm gonna show you what Dan does on a daily basis when he's not working anyway. My new obsession right here, by the way, I got a 3D printer. This is the Creality K1C. And yeah, that's dangerous. If you're ever gonna get into 3D printing, you're gonna find yourself having a lot of fun. It's gonna sink a lot of time, but it's fun. We're gonna start outside at the antennas and we'll go from there, man. Let's see what happens. You know, before we even go outside, I told you this is gonna be a raw video. Nothing fancy. That's how I roll. I just got back from Murphy, North Carolina, and all my crap's just still sitting here. Got the POTA fan, which is awesome. I'll put a link in the description to that. It's an Amazon affiliate link. I do get a little bit of kickback if you purchase one through the affiliate link. My Gigaparts bag that has my KX2 in it, a bunch of other crap, my Morse code keys, some wire antennas, 100 amp hour battery box that I built with the Drock meter, which I've also done a video on. Has a 100 amp hour Redodo battery in it. The Apache case from Harbor Freight that houses my FT891 for POTA that I use. And look, hey, paint cans. Eventually I'm gonna get around to painting the house. And yeah, an open box because, like I said, this is kind of a raw video. This has all my my DJI camera stuff in it, wireless mics, dead squirrels, all that. But let's go out there and we'll look at the antennas real fast. And then we'll come back in and we'll look at the shack. The backyard. Here the birds are chirping already. By the way, it's that season. If the birds are migrating north. So if you see a whole crap ton of birds flying over your head, it is that time of year where millions of them start to migrate back north. But I did a separate video on this, but I'll go over it a little bit here in general. This is a mast support for an NA4RR hex beam. And it's a Yaesu rotor with some custom bracketing to make it super strong there. The mast itself is a Ron 40 something foot, the push-up mast. Forget how tall it is. Yaesu thrust bearing, again on a custom plate and custom bracketing. And it just goes up. Its guide, the guy rings on there are designed so the pole can turn inside of the guy ring, so you can leave it guide but still rotate it. And there's the hex beam, NA4RR hex beam, 20 through 6 meters, resonant. I love it. And I just come off that first guy ring with my coax, and we'll look over here. It's gonna be dead into the sun, but we're gonna try. This pole is another Ron push-up mast. At the very top of that, I have a doublet, a ZS6 BKW dipole at a inverted V, and that'll run 80 meters through 6 meters with a good tuner. But I primarily use it on 40 meters and 80 meters because I use the hex beam for most anything else. And there's that side of the doublet. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's got it staked down there in the ground just to keep the ladder line away from the metal. And the coaxes go up into the house. But it's how it is on a normal daily basis. Let me get out in the sun where you can actually see me, maybe. But hey, the hex beam, the doublet, that's how we roll. So let's go inside to the shack and let's see how messy it is. Like I said, I'm not gonna clean up. This is how I roll day to day. So nothing special. I didn't make it pretty for you guys. So raw and almost unedited. Let's go inside. All right, let's see how messy this is gonna be here. Like I said, I didn't clean up anything. Nothing at all. That there is just a spare tuner. An MFJ 998, I believe, legal limit tuner. Because I bought another one when MFJ decided to go out of business. Trash box. A fan. I always love it because sometimes it gets pretty warm in here. A mess of cables. Like I said, I didn't clean anything up. This is just how it is. This is the back side of the desk. My POTA plaque awards. I got 4 of them sitting there from the last plaque event. If you have back problems, get you a medicine ball to sit on. Turn my light on in my closet here. Get you a medicine ball to sit on. Pretty awesome. The closet of mess. Like I said, it needs to be organized. Needs to be cleaned. But how many people can actually say, there's another MFJ legal limit tuner. You got an ICOM 7610 sitting up there. Not doing anything. Headsets, soldering iron, Motorola batteries. I mean, carbon 6 masks, coax jumpers. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun. Okay, the desk. Like I said, I haven't cleaned anything. This is how it was yesterday when I shut the radio off. I haven't moved anything. The FT101D lights for video making and streaming. Let me wiggle the mouse here. Maybe the monitor will turn on for you. Yeah, that's how I normally roll. So FT101D by Yaesu. Speakers which are run through my mixer. This is the Rodecaster Duo, which the 2 inputs on this are my computer audio. Excuse me, the 2 inputs on this are going to be my Yaesu, which is on this channel, my external microphone on this channel, my computer audio, and just a miscellaneous audio channel that I have out. This lets me mix and match how I have things, what I want to hear or what I want to record and stuff like that. The remote keyer for the 101D lets me fire off voice messages or CW messages. This is my push to talk. The red button is my push to talk. Phone charger. Everybody needs a phone charger. Microphone, if you're really interested in that. It's the Shure SM7B. Another light. Also got a couple soft boxes up here. Yaesu rotor controller. Goes outside for the Yaesu rotor. This is the Flex Radio, the Flex Tuner Genius XL, which is a really cool legal limit tuner. It has a couple of antenna inputs on the back. This is the single radio, not the SO2R version. This is the single radio version. 1 radio, 3 antennas. And what's nice about it is it remembers which antenna you were using for the last band that you were on. So if you switch it to, say, 40 meters, it'll automatically go over to my inverted V. If I switch it to, say, 17 meters, it'll automatically switch to the hex beam. I don't have to switch antennas manually anymore, which is nice. A pair of headphones in case you're tutu and I need to hear you. The ACOM 1200S amplifier. Noco 10 amp battery charger, which charges this big honking mess of 100 amp hour Redodo batteries. I have 3 of them, so 300 amp hours total. The 2 bus bars back here, and I'll get into this in a little bit more detail. These 2 bus bars back here, this side right here is constantly powered from the battery bank. So all these are always hot. This side right here is only powered when the radio is on. So there's a little relay that goes over to the back of the radio. The 101D, when you turn it on, there's an output on the back that outputs 12 volts, which I use to switch this relay, which will power this distribution block from the battery bank, but only when the radio is turned on. Now, how is that useful? Because I can hit one button on the radio. So I can hit the power button on the radio, which I'll do in just a minute. And I have everything else triggered to turn on automatically. So I'll hit the power button to the radio now. You'll see the flex turn on, and the amplifier also turns on, all when you hit the power button on the radio. It just makes life a lot more convenient, and everything's cat controlled. You spin the dial, you change the frequency on the radio, it changes the frequency on the tuner and the amp and everything else, and everything is also software controlled if you need to do the software. But you hit the power button on the radio again, and yeah, everything shuts off. So it's kind of like a one-button deal. It just makes life a lot easier. But I'm sure I missed something in this update. If there's anything on the desk that you really want to know about more in detail, let me know in the comments. And oh, somebody did ask a while back, what is this? This is a Rolls XLR splitter and combiner. An XLR Y cable really doesn't do good, because I come out of my Shure microphone, my SM7B, and I want to send that to 2 different places. So I want to send my microphone output to my mixer channel 1, and I want to send it to my radio. That way I can get raw output from my microphone directly into my radio without going through my mixer. And I can still use my microphone through my mixer onto the computer, so I can use it, you know, on a Zoom call or what have you. But the reason why a regular Y cable will not work is because you'll end up with a ground loop. This particular splitter and combiner has a switch on the side that allows you to lift the ground, and it allows you to combine these XLRs so you don't get that god-awful hum and buzz and everything else. Yep. If there's anything that that you want to see more in depth of my mess, leave a comment below, and I'll try to do an individual video on that. But so that's how Dan rolls. Messy and unclean, everything on the floor, it's a disaster. But hey, we have fun doing it, and if you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong, that's for sure. But thank you everybody for coming along for the ride. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the like and subscribe below. I'd really appreciate it. And hopefully y'all have a great rest of the week. See ya.